Nicole Kidman built one of Hollywood's most enduring careers. But behind the glamour and the Oscar wins, her personal life told a far more complicated story. Born in Honolulu in 1967 to Australian parents, she grew up in Sydney, after her family returned home when she was just 4 years old. From an early age, she was drawn to performance. And perhaps unusually, it wasn't a princess or a hero who first sparked that ambition. It was the Wicked Witch of the West. After watching Margaret Hamilton's performance in The Wizard of Oz, Kidman decided she wanted to act, and she was already auditioning for local productions while still in high school. By her late teens, she was taking bold risks on screen, appearing in Australian films that earned her serious critical attention. One of those films, the thriller Dead Calm, caught the eye of a very famous viewer, Tom Cruise. He wanted her for his next project, Days of Thunder, and that casting decision would change everything. The film was a hit. Kidman's Hollywood career launched almost overnight, and the two became romantically involved. Cruise had recently separated from actress Mimi Rogers, and within a year, he and Kidman were married. She was just 22. The years that followed were a whirlwind of work and family. They adopted 2 children, a daughter, Isabella, in 1992, and a son, Connor, in 1995. Kidman's career reached new heights with Batman Forever, To Die For, which earned her a Golden Globe, and the grueling Stanley Kubrick epic Eyes Wide Shut, which reportedly holds a Guinness World Record for the longest continuous film shoot. Kubrick was known to demand dozens of takes per scene, and the production stretched from late 1996 all the way through mid-1998. Then, in early 2001, came the announcement that stunned the public. Cruise and Kidman were separating. Kidman was reportedly pregnant at the time of the split, and later suffered a miscarriage. When Cruise finally spoke about the reasons, he offered only a cryptic comment, that Kidman knew why, which fueled widespread speculation. For her part, she stayed largely silent, prioritizing her children above the tabloid noise. Former members of the Church of Scientology have since alleged that the organization played a role in the breakdown of the marriage. According to those accounts, church officials had concerns about Kidman's influence on Cruise, in part because her father was a psychologist, a profession Scientology officially opposes. It has been claimed that a senior Scientology executive hired a private investigator to monitor Kidman and, allegedly, tap her phone without her knowledge. These are allegations from former church members and have not been independently verified. The aftermath carried its own heartbreak. It has been widely reported that Kidman's adopted children, Connor and Isabella, both practicing Scientologists, became estranged from her following the divorce. Kidman has publicly respected their choices as adults, but she and her children have rarely been seen together in recent years. Professionally, she refused to slow down. She earned an Oscar nomination for Moulin Rouge, filming parts of it in a wheelchair after injuring her knee, and then won the Best Actress Oscar for The Hours. She eventually found lasting happiness with country musician Keith Urban, whom she married in 2006. When Urban struggled with substance abuse early in their marriage, she chose to stay and support him through rehab, and by all accounts, the relationship grew stronger for it. After 19 years together, reports emerged in late 2025 that Kidman had filed for divorce from Urban, citing irreconcilable differences, a development that blindsided many fans who had followed their love story for nearly 2 decades. Nicole Kidman's journey is proof that even the most celebrated lives are shaped just as much by private struggle as by public achievement. If her story resonated with you, hit like and subscribe. There's plenty more to explore.